Welcome back to Longhorn Weekly. Roger Wallace sitting in for Craig Way, and from one of the newcomers to one of the veterans, we welcome in catcher Mandy Ogle, a senior, getting set to graduate in May. Let's start, Mandy, with the teammate we just talked to, Tiara Davis, and what has it been like so far catching the freshman? She says you've obviously meant a lot to her young career so far.
It's great. Honestly, I try to help them in any way I can, and I talk to her before every game, see how she's feeling. Sometimes she's nervous, sometimes she's like, oh, I'm ready to go. So based on whatever I get, that's how I'm going to have to react.
Now, she told the story of Baylor, where she was pretty open with you how nervous she was, and you had all the right words to say. Now, after that, are you walking back to the plate going, oh my goodness, what are we going to do with a freshman that's so nervous out here?
No, never. You always have to think that the nerves are there for a reason. You can only build on those nerves. So the fact that I would be worried if she wasn't nervous, just because it is the first conference game. It does mean something. And she bounces back quicker than I've seen in a lot of pitchers, so I only get excited about that.
What makes her special? You caught Blair, you caught Kim. What makes Tiara special?
I like her movement on the ball. That's what I like to see as a catcher. It's not necessarily the speed, because she does have the speed, but when she has that movement, it just adds to it, and it's hard for a hitter to hit that.
As a hitter, you're off to a pretty good start. Power numbers are up. Is that one of the things where you can't chase the home runs or they won't come? You've already hit a handful this year.
It is. I look for line drives. I don't go up there looking to hit a home run, because it probably won't happen that way. I like my line drives. If it comes that I get a home run, I'll take it.
How much do you think it helps being a catcher as a hitter, because you see every pitch on the other side of it, and you probably have a pretty good read on pitchers?
I do have a good read. Actually, this year I worked on trying not to think so much at the plate, because I can see the ball out of the hand very well, and that kind of doesn't work as well as a hitter, because if I'm looking at one direction where I know the pitch is going to go, if she happens to miss her spot, it kind of catches me off guard. So it does work out to benefit me. So it's worked out for the last couple games.
What was the World Series experience like last year in Oklahoma City?
Incredible, indescribable. Anything you could imagine to describe it, that's what it was. And the atmosphere was insane, and the fans, I could go on and on.
Go on, no. But the accomplishment of getting there has to be so cool. You know, it's like the Final Four, or, you know, pick any sporting event just to get to the ultimate. And I guess there's the downside of you always want to win it all.
We talked about, I think before postseason, we talked about, I think it's only 5 games to get there. And that's what we looked forward to. That's what we strived on doing, was just playing those 5 games and to get there. And then once we got there, it was a whole new game plan.
The Big 12 is obviously more important than the non-conference. You guys had your ups and downs in the non-conference, but you played well on the road. How much does that give you confidence, not only going to the Big 12, but postseason, things like that? I
mean, you always take the positives out of every experience that you're going to get out of every game. So on the road, that's great, but we also want to bring the win home for our home fans, because they're there. We have our season ticket holders, so we just want to do them justice.
Well, you talked about the fans. What a great atmosphere you have at McCombs Field. What's it been like for 4 years to play in front of these fans, knowing that they're going to be out there to support you?
It's wonderful. I mean, I have my own personal fans that I've even, I guess, grew to know, and I know them from a personal level now, so it's just, I have friends now, just based off of everyone who comes out to the games.
You're on path to graduate next month. Talk to Berger about, can you believe where the time went? I suppose you have the same answer. You can't believe where it's gone.
You say every year that it's going to fly by, time's just going to go by, and freshman year kind of just goes through the motions, but as soon as it hits sophomore, junior, I thought last year was fast. This year, I'm already about to graduate. I can't believe it.
What about that accomplishment? I mean, we talked to you as a softball player, but you're a student, and to put in the work and the success in the classroom, what does that mean to you?
I mean, this is a high university, high-class university, and anybody who's going to see University of Texas on your diploma is going to want you. So I'm glad to have that behind me.
Well, what sort of plans do you have after college?
Well, hopefully continuing playing, but we'll see where the route takes me.
Let's talk a little bit about that, professional softball, and there is an opportunity in the U.S. I know the Olympics would help probably grow the professional ranks if softball could get back into the Olympics. How much does that mean to you, even if maybe that's not an opportunity for you, but to see kids behind you have that chance?
Oh, it's big. I mean, I think the Olympics isn't coming back for I don't know, 6 years, I think 2020, that they tried, so maybe
Right.
next after that. But if I can help build that pathway for other little girls, just like everyone above me has done for me, that's going to be a great legacy that I leave behind.
The senior class, is it too early to, you know, start thinking about, man, we got to make the most of this final stretch run here?
I think it's already been in the back of our minds, I would say. So I think that initially when we started, us four were having our own meetings constantly, just talking about, oh, we want to do good, like we want to like leave something behind for like all the underclassmen to like take over. I think we're doing a good job.
When you came to Texas and you were recruited here, and now that you've played here, what was it like thinking about being a Longhorn as opposed to living it and doing it under Connie and Corey and Jennifer?
The thought never compares to the actual experience, and this is more than I could ever hope for in a college career with who I've met, friends. I mean, these are some of the best friends I'm going to have for forever. And they say that for a college experience in itself, but then also the softball, you're at a high standard here. So the fact that I could play here just makes me happy.
We're not going to let you off the hook yet. We're going to bring in your teammate Berger and visit with the two of them as we continue talking UT softball on Longhorn Weekly on the Longhorn IMG Radio Network from the LHN studios.